We extend a warm greeting as the team of Humayra Harris, Erdenay Demirbaş, Fatma Al Ansari, Nisa Güventurk, and Cemre Şarapolak, students of Atılım University, Department of Fine Arts, Design and Architecture. Within the framework of our Physical Environment and Control course, we are delighted to unveil a comprehensive presentation that encapsulates our research findings on the intriguing relationship between children and acoustics. Under the invaluable guidance of our esteemed course instructor, Professor Dr. Filiz Bal-Koçyiğit. We have delved into various subheadings, meticulously examining the dynamics of silent playgrounds, open playgrounds, acoustics and children's health, children's sound perceptions, and the diverse materials employed in children's playgrounds. This presentation is not just a culmination of our effort, it's a journey through the intricate nuances of how the physical environment affects the auditory experiences of children. Quiet play areas for children. Quiet play areas should be designed in accordance with the sensory and emotional needs of children. Sound-absorbing materials should be used for acoustic control, and wooden panels may be preferred for aesthetic concerns. Acoustic sponges can be used taking into account color preferences. Children's voice sensitivity and gender differences should be taken into consideration when providing voice control. Good acoustics in educational spaces positively affects learning access. In spaces with high ceilings, keeping the wall within reach of children can reduce unwanted noise. Impact-resistant materials should be used to increase safety in quiet play areas. Erasable materials can be used in space designs to support children's journey into their inner world. Additionally, the size of the space should be considered to protect the child's privacy. The use of natural and artificial light in lighting design can support children's activities in the space. As a result, children's emotional and cognitive needs should be taken into consideration in the design of quiet play areas. Acoustic properties, material selection, lighting, and the size of the space are important to ensure that children have a healthy and enjoyable playing experience. Children's sensitivity to quiet play spaces. In order for children to have a pleasant time in quiet play areas away from fear, their environments must have special dimensions suitable for the intended function. Children whose perception can change within the height differences arranged within the space can experience various emotions during the day. It's stated that children feel more safe in play spaces appropriate to their size. The height and quality of the dividing elements should be considered, taking into account the function of quiet play areas. Children want to observe their surroundings in a quiet play area, but not be seen by the surroundings. However, for the safety of children, these sections must be easily observable by adults who take responsibility for them. It's also stated that children may need sound as a trigger to concentrate on what they are doing, and that they can concentrate better in places with low decibels than in completely silent environments. For example, it's stated that children who read books in a quiet play area need a little music or sound in the background in order to concentrate better. When designing quiet play areas, children's sensitivity to sound should be taken into consideration. In this context, playing soft, relaxing music or having headphones in the environment are also recommended as solutions that make it easier for the child to travel to his inner world. Precautions to be taken. When designing quiet play areas, children's sensitivity to sound should be taken into consideration. In this context, playing soft, relaxing music or having headphones in the environment are recommended as solutions that make it easier for the child to travel to his inner world. Considering that children's sensitivity to sound is different, it's possible to design quiet play areas in different locations. Providing acoustic privacy in quiet play areas supports the child's quality playtime. In this context, the surfaces that make up the space must be sound absorbing. It is stated that the function of the space can be supported by using acoustic sponges, taking into account children's color preferences on the surfaces. By controlling the sound, it's not expected to provide a completely silent environment. In this context, by using erasable materials and quiet play spaces, children can be supported to express their thoughts by drawing and to embrace the space. It can be also ensured that clean, non-personalized spaces are left for the child who come to the place later. Children define the places they feel belong to with various symbols, letters, or pictures. By standing under, above, between, or next to different surfaces, children's kinesthetic perception of spatial relationships increases. Step changes can be created permanently and reconfigurably.
Outdoor play areas for children. Types of children's playgrounds. Previously, children played in their gardens and on the streets with their friends. By finding the game tools themselves, they would play. Nowadays, especially in big cities, due to increasing traffic and rapid urbanization, children's play. The areas they used for recreation have almost disappeared. For this reason, children must play games in cities. The new child who will best meet his or her needs. Playgrounds should be designed. Well-designed children's playgrounds provide many opportunities for children, provides benefits. The child is there using his body, recognize danger, overcome it and deal with fears, learns to get out. A sense of cooperation and solidarity develops and becomes more assertive towards his her environment concentration. It increases the ability and creative power. According to children's physical and spiritual development, design principles of playgrounds and the games they will include items are changing. Development characteristic of children accordingly, playgrounds are divided into three groups. Children's playground planning and design principles. Children's playground must respond to the physical, social, and physiological needs to children in order to fulfill their function. Therefore, the following features should be taken into consideration in the design of children's playgrounds. Playgrounds should be located at a suitable distance from residents and be of appropriate size. They should be suitable for the child's all-round development. Playgrounds should include various types of area, function, and elements. Children's play plots. It deals with gaming plots for teenagers and adults aged 13-19. He states that it should be accessible, suitable for the young population, and caution various space equipment. He emphasized that each playground should cover an area of 4,390 to 43,900 square meters in order to serve 900 1,000 people. Basic activities include football, tennis, handball, volleyball fields, swimming complex, amphitheater, and social facilities. He also states that different types of playgrounds are designed according to children's interests. These include traditional, contemporary, adventure, creative, environmental, spatial education, in intensive street recreational, winter
Children's
skate,
playgrounds.
and
It
play
deals with
hills. Playgrounds designed for children between the ages of 3, 6. These gardens are generally planned to between 100 to 800 square meters and serve a population of 3,000 to 7,000. The playground area per person varies between 950 to 1,000 square meters. There should be separate areas and appropriate equipment, especially for children under 3 years of age. Shaded areas for passive games and seating areas, bulking areas, and equipment where parents can supervise children should be provided. With these precautions, children can spend time in a safe and enjoyable play environment. Children's playgrounds. It covers two types of playgrounds for children aged 5 to 16. Playgrounds for primary school students 6 to 12 years old. They contain mini areas that support various sports activities with an area of 400 to 800 square meters, which is generally considered around for middle and high school students, 12 to 16 years. Designed according to age, these areas offer various play opportunities such as swings, slides, free play areas, sports courts, quiet areas for manual dexterity, and disabled pools. With these arrangements, children can spend time in safe, fun environments equipped with various games. Assistance materials for children in outdoor play areas. They are bricks, sticks, rocks, bicycles, and similar materials that children like to play with. Playing surface. Soft surface should be used around equipment to slow down the impact when falling. Standards must be followed to protect children and prevent serious injuries in falls. Sand surface of sand sawdust mixture surface are ideal for playgrounds. Water. It is a fun game element for children. It shouldn't be ignored that the sensory effect of water will contribute to development of children. Annual. It is another universal gaming element. While they attract children from all age groups, they enable children to develop their imaginations and social communication skills. Meeting places. Gathering places support social development and cooperation. They are important for children as well as adults who supervise children. Comfortable supervision facilities must be provided for adults around the equipment. In addition, comfort elements such as picnic areas, benches, trees, garbage cans, and water should be placed near the equipment. Trees. Trees and other plants attract attention with their aesthetic beauty and shadows. Gardens
Acoustics and child health. The effects of noise on children. Noise defines unwanted or unpleasant sounds. Noise levels, measured in decibels, can interfere with children's normal activities and impact their health. Environmental noise is a common issue, especially stemming from sources such as road traffic, airplanes, airports, railway trains, and indoor sounds. Due to being in stage growth and having less control abilities, children may be more sensitive to environmental noise. The effects of noise include hearing loss. Acoustic trauma can lead to the loss of sensitive cells in the inner ear after reaching a certain noise level. This condition can result in permanent hearing loss. Psychological effects of noise include difficulty in breathing, delusion of pupils, elevation of blood pressure, and irregularities in heart rate. The psychological effects of noise can vary from person to person. Effects such as behavioral disorders, irritability, frustration, stress, and a general sense of discomfort may differ based on the character, intensity, frequency, duration, and timing of the noise. The effects of noise. Learning. Noisy environments can negatively impact learning processes for children, affecting aspects such as reading and exam performance. Play. Environmental noise can make it challenging for children to focus on play, and external factors like television volume can influence their engagement with toys. Sleep. Noise can lead to poor sleep quality and sleep disorders, especially nighttime noise, which can exacerbate these effects. Stress. High levels of noise can induce stress responses, increasing blood pressure in children and causing change in respiratory and heart rates, particularly in premature infants. Music education and social development. Early childhood music. It provides advantages in reading and problem solving skills. enhances motor skills, and has a positive impact on language development. Cognitive development. Music strengthens problem solving, association, and adaptation skills. It facilitates learning colors, numbers, and concepts of space and time. Social skills. Music teaches children social values such as adaptability, collaboration, order, discipline, and patience. Group activities teach moving together with friends and waiting for turns. Motor development. Movements with music positively contribute to a child's motor development. Playing instruments, especially those like violin, viola, guitar, flute, piano, and drums, enhances motor skills. Transmission and perception of sound. The human ear consists of three parts: the outer ear, middle ear, and inner ear. As sound wave passes from the outer ear to the inner ear, the process of hearing takes place through the bones in the middle ear and the hair cells in the inner ear. Noise-induced hearing loss occurs as a result of damage or loss of hair cells after prolonged exposure to high level of noise or sudden loud noise. For sound to be audible, the creation of sound waves requires an energy source, typically acoustic energy. To transmit sound, the presence of an elastic medium is necessary, often in the form of air or water. The number of particles in the air is quite high, and those particles are vibrated by sound waves, allowing the transmission of sound. In the process of hearing, sound reaches the inner ear through two methods: airborne transmission and bone conduction. The middle ear's role is to transmit sound vibration to the inner ear and protect the inner ear from intense vibration. The hearing process begins with the transmissions of sound waves occurring in the atmosphere. The acoustic energy reaching the organ of Corti is converted into electrical potentials in cells. These electrical potentials are then conveyed to higher centers through nerve fibers. The middle ear plays a crucial role in transmitting vibration to the inner ear during this process, facilitating the transition of sound waves from the atmosphere to the liquid medium. Through these interactions, the hearing process is optimized and successfully realized. Attention should be paid to the following points for children's hearing health. Toys. Toys with sound levels exceeding 110 decibels should not be purchased. Video rooms. The time spent in high-noise environments should be limited. Games and audio systems. Avoid playing games at high volumes and control the sound levels of systems. Headphones. Avoid listening to loud music for extended periods. Loud movies. Reduce the sound levels of action movies. Silence can enhance children's concentration and meaningful sounds can strengthen neural connections. Noise can disrupt concentration and have a negative impact on learning. Educational environments for children should be quiet.
Auditory perception in children. The auditory perception in children develops starting from the womb. Babies become sensitive to low frequency sounds and more responsive to high frequency sounds. In the first month, they become accustomed to the sounds in their environment and gain the ability to distinguish in spoken language. Babies react to the sounds around them and can be calmed by hearing their mother's voice. Auditory perception undergoes evolution along with language development. Children often enjoy music, natural perspective, rhythm, and it is known that music can contribute to emotional, motor, and language development. Determining the acoustic characteristic of children's voice. The pitch FO values were examined in the boy and girl age 4 and 14. Between genders, no significant difference was observed between age 4 and 20, but a significant difference was found at age 13 and 14, generally for voluous degrees, with R groups girls for voluous were higher than boys. The spec fluctuation in the voice parameters between age 4 8 age did not have significant effect. No FO changes started after age 8, but no significant difference was observed between genders along with age. From the age of 13, a decline continued in girls, while boys showed indistinct decrease, resulting in a significant difference between genders. Ethically, in the impact of weight on format frequencies between age 4-14 was examined. Height and had a significant effect on most format frequencies, whereas weight had a significant effect only on F2 format frequency. The Pearson correlation analysis revealed that there was no significant relationship between FO and height or weight in children develop their hearing ability by acquiring the internet from the moment they are born. The progress of auditory perfection, starting in the womb, gradually manifesting itself in expression such as crying, laughing, and babbling. During this period, parents early anticipate the development of their children's speech skills and sound awareness. Over time, sound transforms into words and sentences, and language proficiency increases, leading to the acoustic of sound awareness. Sound awareness is critical development stage for forms the foundation for reading and writing. To foster sound awareness in children, various activities can he implement, such as singing songs, recording reading books, mimicking nature sound, playing games, recognizing and different sounds, if identifying words, finding rhyme words, discovering names that share a common sound within in family, identify sounds objective at home, and engaging in games that involve forming letters. These activities contribute to enhancing children's language skills and developing sound awareness. The effective pernellation on the progresses, the gender, voice, and vote type were examined. It was found the hypernastalcy particularly affect the duration and pauses of the voices sounds, and the sounds of particle with hypernation upon glossing hog were determined to be longer than those of particle with typical open glottings. Thus, finding might contribute to accomplishment and management of hypernasally in therapies, and also good the ease of acoustic analyzing in children application. What the relation of stop concerns are influenced by the height of the vowel sounds at the beginning of the syllable. In the example of marking explosive sounds on PRAAT, on the onset point T of the T, explosive sound is determined as the end of the first and second formats of the preceding A vowel, and the offset point is marked as the point where the energy density begins to decrease after the T sound, counting with the beginning of the first two formats of the belonging A vowel.
Especially in space with high ceilings for children, it has been imposed that weekend areas can increase noise, and in this context, creating special space for quiet play is thought as an effective solution. It is emphasized that careful planning is necessary in the design of these spaces to encourage the child to be drawn into their inner world and engage in thoughts, highlighting the strong impact of good actions on learning success. It is emphasized that speech and hearing form the foundation of the learning process. It is recommended to use impact-resistant materials in the design of surfaces for quiet play areas, allowing children to use the space for an extended period. The use renewable and durable materials such as wood is mandated to be environmentally friendly and beneficial for children's health. Moreover, the use of mineral based plant-derived paints is considered a child-friendly option, considering children's color preferences. The use of aqueous foams on surfaces is also meant to support the functionality of the space. It is also stated that the function of the floor can be supported by using acoustic sponges, taking into account children's color preferences on the surfaces. Ensuring extended privacy in quiet play areas in MPZ suggested the use of sound-absorbing materials such as epideme, barrier foam panels, and wood wall. Additionally, the use of perforated wood materials for aesthetic purposes is mentioned to create a sense of immunity and sanctuary for the child. In the design of preschool education space, the preference for environmentally friendly materials such as wood is highlighted. Wood is considered advantageous in terms of being easily renewable, durable, long-lasting, economical, and having textures that can attract children's attention. It is also mentioned that considering children's health and needs in material selection can contribute to making the play projects enjoyable and fun. Impact-resistant materials. Recommendation: it is recommended to prefer impact-resistant materials for surfaces in quiet play areas. Reason: these materials are expected to durable for children to use the space for an extended period. This is important for the durability and longevity of the space. Mineral-based plant-derived paints. Recommendation: the use of mineral-based plant-derived paints in design is suggested. Reason: it is stated that these paints are suitable for children's health, contributing to creating a safe environment for children to spend time in. Environmentally friendly materials and wood. Recommendation: the focus is on choosing environmentally friendly materials such as wood. Reason: wood is highlighted for its ease of producing, durability, long life economy, and its ability to attract children's attention with its textures, providing design advantages. Consideration of material selection for children's health and needs. Recommendation: it is emphasized to make material choice considering children's health and needs. Reason: this is a contribute to making the play projects enjoyable and fun. The focus in the playroom, which is the space children need and use the most. After examining successful examples of project schools abroad, various applications have been highlighted, practically emphasizing material applications on the ceiling, walls, and floors. In the arrangement of the playroom, it is mentioned that a wall surfaces for children to write and draw has been created, considering their tendency to do so. This design aims to create an environment that encourages children to play and learn without restricting them. By focusing on the importance of material selection in the design of children's playrooms, in article explains the impact of these choices on children's development and health. Additionally, presenting applications taken from successful examples as suggestions provides the reader with different perspectives to consider in the designing children's room. The article emphasizes that the use of natural materials is not only aesthetic but also essential for health. While the appearance and focusing of materials are associated with human psychology, it is stressed that they are directly linked to health, especially in terms of touch and physical contact. By focusing on the importance of material selection in the design of children's playrooms, the article explains in impact of these choices on children's development and health. Additionally, presenting applications taken from successful examples as suggestions provides the reader with different perspectives to consider in designing a children's room. Acoustic materials for children's room and play and music areas. Sound barriers, usually made of high density polymers or acoustic wall panels. These barriers prevent the spread of sound, blocking external noises. Sound insulation panels. Dense material panels used for sound insulation can be mounted on walls and ceilings. Sound insulation tape, special tapes applied around windows, doors, or other opening reduce sound leakage. Insulate windows and doors. Specially designed windows and doors with high sound insulation prevent external noises. Flooring materials. Especially flooring materials are effective in sound insulation and reducing walking noises. Environmental sounds. Environmental sound matches or white noise devices for children help induce sleep by producing soothing background sounds. Acoustic baffles. Hanging acoustic baffles control overhead echoes and enhance sound dispersion. Various types and characteristics of sponges which play an important role in sound insulation are detailed. It is imposed that acoustic fabrics, in addition to having natural materials, exhibit resistance to impacts. This feature in this case that acoustic fabrics are effective materials in the field of sound insulation. Further focus can be placed on the types of impacts these fabrics resist and the significance of this feature in sound insulation. The article mentions that pyramid sponges, especially reduce high frequency sounds, have a significant impact on eliminate low frequency sounds completely. Fabrics and bronze material with the characteristic of stone wool. It is the head and sound insulation material of mineral origin that is free, resistant, water repellent, and resistant to negative environmental factors. Fibrous bronze material, stone wool of mineral origin, fire resistant, with water repellent properties, is an insulation material for both head and sound. Due to resistant to negative environmental factors, it is a material that does not mold over time, does not cause rust, and exhibits this good sound absorption capabilities at high frequencies. Glass wool, domestically sourced, it is an inorganic silica sand derivative material. It explains the concepts of sound absorption and sound insulation, emphasizing the role of porous materials in this process. It emphasizes that different materials can be used for the effective design and production of porous sound
absorption materials. Specific examples such as stone wool, glass wool, and wood wool are provided, focusing the characteristic advantages and sound absorption capabilities of each material. The focus is on factors that should be considered when designing a preschool education structure, aiming to create an environment that preserves the safety, comfort, and education of children. Additionally, it provides a detailed evaluation of materials used the sound insulation. Wood acoustic panels. Produced in two forms, acoustic panels called wood wall and perfected wooden panels. The thickness of the panels and the frequency of perfectings are determined based on the required sound insulation and room acoustic. Rubber products used in places like undermade for street and parquet. Especially acoustic insulation products create different among sound insulation materials depending on their usage and purpose. These products are more commonly used in boutique projects to save space and achieve the highest possible insulation values. First, heavy sound barrier. Second, poster 3 sound insulation board. 3 technoslides. The text lists various materials used in sound insulation and echo prevention. It states that the quality and insulation degree of materials like plaster panels, glass wood, and rock wool enable the control of echo duration. Additionally, it emphasizes that the materials used in space can directly affect the renovation time. The text explains the sound absorption capabilities of materials, stating that through sound application, a material can absorb sound by converting absolute energy into heat energy. The concept of acoustic sound insulation is defined as being used to enhance sound quality and prevent indoor and outdoor sound transmissions. Airflow resistance evaluated based on the material's physical parametrics such as porosity and density. The most effective method for blocking entirely noise is built to heavy walls. Additionally, the use of acoustic wool walls is a significant factor. External noises affecting children's play areas can be reduced by building rooms with good sound insulation, creating sound absorbing surfaces. It examines the technical features of felt as an insulation material that can be used in music education classrooms. Emphasis is placed on felt vibration insulation, shock and sound absorption capabilities, and its applicability in roofs. The text mentions that soft materials such as carpets, fiberglass, insulation, and foam fillings tend to absorb sound effectively, especially for low-frequency sounds. When choosing sound insulation materials, it is important to consider not only technical specifications. Due to long wavelengths of frequency sounds, absorbing them can be challenging. This situation may require the development to different frequency-specific stages in sound insulation. Sound absorption and reflection explain the effects of materials on sound. The design of acoustic absorbers relies on the fibrous nature of materials to absorb sound, and the absorption capabilities of sounds at different frequencies can vary. Hearing loss in children can lead to negative effects such as inability to perceive environmental sounds, difficulties in understanding speech, and underdeveloped language and speech skills. To prevent these effects, early detection of hearing loss and initiation of the device in floor coverings, it's preferable to use materials that prevent echoing and are composed of acoustic elements rather than hard materials. In consolation, arranging the acoustic of spaces with the right materials and ensuring effective sound control are critical to coping with hearing loss in children and providing an effective rehabilitation process. This can aid individuals with hearing loss and teaching their listening and speaking skills. Upon examining the text at the detailed study focusing on noise issues in the school environment and proposing a solution is evident. Students' efforts to understand the effects of noise requested positive approach. Acoustic treatments, best traps, panels with a special design that absorbs and regulates low frequency sounds. They are typically used in corners and are particularly effective against bass frequencies. Micro-perfected panels. Panels with microscopic holes that allow sound penetration while reducing reflections. To prevent noise from outside the school and noise generated within the school from disturbing local residents. The use of information related to color, materials, light, and psychology effects in interior design has been emphasized. Selection of lighted materials in the play areas of children's hospitals is generally done considering safety. Loft lighting, soft and natural light sources may be preferred over fluorescent lighting. Colored lighting, adding dynamism and diversity to play areas, can be achieved using colored LED lamps or color changing lighting systems. Light suitable for sleep routines. If the play area is also used as sleeping area, calm and dim lightings might be preferred to support sleep routines. Colored glass or plastic materials can be used to capture children's interest and add energy to the play area. Reflective surfaces, bright surfaces or mirrors can be used to enhance the lighting effect towards light reflection. In constellation, the relationship children especially with species is perspective. Safety, visual, aesthetic, sense of touch, color change and effects, environmentally friendly, ease of cleaning is especially things. Moreover, lighting plans and fixtures used to park are often designed to minimize the risk of harm to children. Lighting materials used in children's parks generally focus on factors such as child safety, energy effectivity, and environmental compatibility. LED lights, colored lighting, soft coated poles and fixtures, lighting control systems, environmentally friendly materials is these. LED lightings, children's parks LED lightings are preferred in children's parks for their energy effectivity. Children's parks, due to priority of child safety, lighting poles and fixtures are generally designed to minimize the risk of harm to children. Children's parks and outdoor play areas, bright lightings can disturb children's eyes.